If you watched my last video, I talked about the worst Mario Party has to offer, but now it's time for the best. I decided to make this list a top 10 because I think this game deserves it. There are a lot of great minigames. These minigames will be ranked based on how much fun I had while playing them, and how they might affect the outcome of the board, if they do it at all. And remember, this is my personal opinion. Leave in the comment section below some of your favorite Mario Party minigames. From the first one, that is. We're just covering the first one today. With that being said, I'd like to rank the best minigames from the original Mario Party. Some honorable mentions go to Bombs Away, Keep Away, Crazy Cutters, and Facelift for not being as good as the minigames I'm about to list off. If you saw my worst Mario Party minigames list, then this might be a little contradictory, and yeah, it is. But let me explain why I like this minigame. In this minigame, one player is assigned the role of Bowser and the other three are given hammers. The goal is to beat the living Jesus out of the one player and collect the coins that coincide with the coin stash on the board. And thank the Lord for that, because you see, with the exception of Paddle Battle and Coin Block Bash, the one player always gets the better treatment. Now you get to potentially beat up the one player who's been giving you a bunch of trouble. I know in order for this to happen, the stars and planets have to align, but when it happens,
it's clobbering time.
I also think this minigame is just straight up fun. And giving the one player the ability to jump does not put that player at a complete disadvantage. Just look at this nonsense. But there is a bit of lag before you can jump, making it to where you can't jump over and over again. This is also the 1 versus 3 minigame you'll see on this list because, personally, I'm not a big fan of any of them. Aside from this one. In my opinion, Skateboard Scamper is Handcar Havoc done right. While Handcar Havoc didn't quite make it on my worst list, the reason why I'm not a big fan of it is because it's extremely tiring and there isn't much to it. The track layout is literally always the same, and you're just mashing the A button for like a minute and a half. Skateboard Scamper, on the other hand, is a much shorter minigame with obstacles in the way and coins to collect. Oh, and you also have to mash the B button instead, which makes it obviously more superior than the others. The only thing that kind of irks me about this minigame is the fact that there isn't really a clear winner until it's over. Like, look at this. They're all in the lead here. How can you tell? Seriously, look, they're all in the lead. But oh, Peach won. What? Alright then, okay. But I can get over that as long as it's fun and competitive, which it is.
So I missed.
Bombsketball can be a minigame that can last around 4 seconds to about 40, with it being the former most of the time. In this 2v2 minigame, one team is assigned the bomb and they have to make it to the basket. You have to also try to dodge the opposing team, which their goal being to try to take it from you. I like this minigame for its simplicity and sense of accomplishment. It's so satisfying to destroy the wall and collect all the money. The only reason why it isn't any higher is because most of the time it's extremely short. But if I had to pick one phrase to describe this minigame, in short, playing this minigame is just a blast. There's not much I really have to say about this game, it's just fun. Buried Treasure is a minigame in which everyone presses the A button rapidly while moving around with the analog stick to try to find the coins. This minigame entices me because of the unpredictability of it. Everyone is scurrying around because the chest is never in the same spot, but this minigame can be a little unfair at times with its placement, but I haven't experienced that frustration a whole lot, so it's all good with me. It's just a good minigame, that's all. Shy Guy Says is Simon Says Mario Party style. In my opinion, this is the most tense minigame because it really isn't that hard. Yeah, the Shy Guy will fake you out every so often, but it gives you enough time to react properly. Sometimes. There have been times where it doesn't read my button presses so my character just fidgets, which is complete garbage. I lifted the correct flag, why does Shy Guy have to be such a dick and cut my rope? This minigame is also pretty brutal. Why does Shy Guy cut the rope and send you out into God knows where? All you can hear is the characters scream in terror as they're being sent out into the open ocean. What the hell, Shy Guy? This minigame can also take ages, but it's still so intense that I just had to add it to the list. Bobsled Run reminds me of that ice slide level from Mario 64. They both have nice music, easy controls, and you're participating in a race. They expanded on this idea in Mario Party 2 by putting you into a penguin-themed sled, which for some reason has an asshole. Maybe the person making the models had some weird penguin fetish, so they just had to add it to please themselves. Anyways, in Mario 64 you had to race a penguin, but this time, you're on a team with one other player and you have to go head-to-head with the other two players. While this minigame does have the same layout like Handcar Havoc, it doesn't bother me at all because you don't have to mash the A button the entire time. You're just moving with the analog stick. It's just a fun race on an easy track, and it can get pretty intense sometimes. Good minigame. In Platform Peril, you literally do what Mario does in all of his games. You jump from platform to platform. It's the basic Mario formula made into a minigame. It's ingenious. This minigame also has the same nice music from Bobsled Run, and it's very nice to look at. I'm a sucker for the sky-themed levels in video games because of how breathtaking the view is. I also like to think of this minigame as a simple form of Skateboard Scamper. It's literally the same thing, jumping, coins scattered everywhere, and constantly moving in the same direction. It just took out the rapid button pressing. Thank the Lord for that.
Wario, I'm gonna win!
I love Grab Bag because of the big hectic mess it is. The reason why it's this big hectic mess is the fact that all of your coins are on the line. Just like the previously mentioned Bash and Cash, you have to steal money from the other's coin stash. The only difference this time is the fact that everyone puts their coins on the line. To steal coins, you have to get behind your opponent and repeatedly press the B button. You can also hop around by pressing the A button. This minigame is actually pretty tough because you have to try to maneuver your way behind your adversary, and once you grab a hold, you have to mash. Once this is over, you're then in the open for enemies who can seize the opportunity and take your money. I'm actually pretty bad at this minigame, but I can forgive it for keeping me on my toes and engaged the entire time. It's a good minigame. What do I really need to say about this one? Everyone loves this minigame, and if you haven't seen it, I think the objective is pretty obvious. This is just a fun minigame, as long as you don't jump.
I got it! Why, Lisa? Why?
Yeah, it's not bumper balls. And let me take a second to analyze that minigame. In bumper balls, you have to bump the other player off the island while balancing on a ball. Now I don't hate this minigame, but it literally gives me no feeling. Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, I faked him out, but the other player's got a brain so it didn't work. Oh, it's a draw. What a surprise. Now back to the minigame that deserves the #1 spot. Running of the bulb. In this minigame, all 4 players work together. Yeah, that's pretty unique already. The goal is for at least one player to get to the end with the light bulb to scare off the boos who are chasing them. The others have to fight the boos off so they don't get possessed. If you become possessed, you have no control. You will be forced to take the bulb and bring it back to the boo in the back. I like this minigame because it really tests trust between the players. The chance times, warp blocks, and other minigames have created a real competitive vibe, but now you have to work together, or do you just screw it up for everyone? Let me paint this scenario. Mario is in the lead and is 1 dice roll away from the star with exactly 20 coins. If you intentionally lose this minigame, everyone loses 5 coins and Mario can't get the star, but that could result in everyone teaming up on you for doing that. What if the star was actually a boo, and Mario had 50 coins and you were in the lead? What if Mario's in front of Bowser? Well, that's obvious. I just really like the different outcomes that are a result of this minigame. Keep Away is also like this, but it's really short and the 3 players without the key do nothing. Running of the bulb is also pretty entertaining, watching everyone work together right after they would screw each other over. Only Mario Party won. That's why this minigame is my favorite of the original Mario Party. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. It was a lot more fun making this one than the worst one because, well, I like these minigames, unlike last time, and I had a little more fun editing it. If you're a fan of videos like this, or just anything gaming in general, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come. I've got plenty of stuff coming, and I am always open to suggestions, so just go ahead and leave them in the comments. What do you want me to do? Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day. See you later. Also, leave some of your favorite minigames from the original Mario Party in the comments. I'd love to see what minigames you like, and I think I'm gonna see a lot of bumper balls because every goddamn list I've ever seen on Mario Party always has bumper balls at the top, and I don't hate bumper balls, I don't, but it's definitely not my favorite. But go ahead and leave some in the comments, I'd love to read them. And yeah, now I will see you guys later. Bye.